Welcome back, friends, to Made to Reason. I've got another poem for you today. This one by George Herbert, and it comes in this massive volume here. I got this off Amazon expecting, kind of a normal size book. Alas, that was not to be. But it's okay, because it's the substance of the book that I care about, and I think you care about. And, the author also was a man of substance, so it's him who we care about. Uh, George Herbert, he was a man of the 17th century, a polymath, and by all accounts, a very gentle hearted man. So he was a poet, an orator. He sat in parliament. And later in his life, about 3 years before he died of consumption, tuberculosis, as so many people did back then, he joined the priesthood in the Anglican Church, the Church of England. Um, and shortly before he passed, actually, he submitted one of his literary manuscripts to his best friend. And he said to his friend, to publish it in case it could be to the advantage of the desperate souls of the world. But if not, throw him away, burn him. So, a very humble guy. This poem is titled Discipline. And I think if I were to give a nutshell version of what the takeaway from this poem is, it would be that love is God's most powerful weapon. So with that frame in mind, let's read this and we'll break it down for you. Discipline. Throw away thy rod, throw away thy wrath. O my God, take the gentle path. For my heart's desire unto thine is bent, I aspire to a full consent. Not a word or look I affect to own, but by book and thy book alone. Though I fail, I weep. Though I halt in pace, yet I creep to the throne of grace. Then let wrath remove. Love will do the deed. For with love, stony hearts will bleed. Love is swift of foot. Love's a man of war, and can shoot and can hit him from far. Who can scape his bow? That which wrought on thee, brought thee low, needs must work on me. Throw away thy rod. Though man frailties hath, thou art God. Throw away thy wrath. So, beautiful poem. It's very simple, but it's very elegant. So it's 4-line verses, and all of them have a very simple meter, very simple rhyme scheme. It just flows off the tongue. It's a very natural reading poem. But the message is so powerful, I think, because of that. Because these lines are so short, they each pack a punch. So some of the best lines, I think, I'm just going to pick out a few for you here, but I'll link to the poem so you can read it for yourself. He's talking about how he's urging God to throw away the rod. He knows that God is our teacher, but he wants him to teach with love. He's begging for mercy, which is a part of every Christian's walk. So this is one of my favorite lines here. For my heart's desire unto thine is bent, I aspire to a full consent. You almost think of Paul when he's saying, I want to do what is right, but then I don't do it. And I don't want to do what I do end up doing. It's this constant battle with ourselves or our flesh, you might say. This is another line. Though I fail, I weep. Though I halt in pace, yet I creep to the throne of grace. Even though we fall on this road, another Pauline analogy, running the race. Though I fall and I stumble, I'm still going to drag myself, creep to the throne of grace. A lovely message there. This line here too stands out to me. Then let wrath remove, love will do the deed, for with love stony hearts will bleed. And here, I think this is very unique of George Herbert. Love is swift of foot, love's a man of war. So he's personifying love, saying it's a man of war, and love can shoot and can hit from afar. So it's almost like I said, love is one of God's most powerful weapons, or the most powerful weapon, and it's a long-range weapon. And he even says that Christ was afflicted by this weapon, if you want to put it in those terms. God is love, so it's not a perfect analogy, but he says that who can escape his bow? That which wrought on thee. So God was smitten with love for us, and it compelled him. It brought thee low. This engendered in him a compassion for us. Because God is love, he condescended. This is the incarnation he's referencing here. And of course, his crucifixion. And so if it can work on Christ, it can work on me. Needs must work on me. And then the final line, throw away thy rod. He's repeating that there. Though man's frailties hath, thou art God. Throw away thy wrath. So he's saying, you're God, you're all powerful. Please choose this method. And it almost sounds haughty to tell God how to discipline us. It's almost like a child telling the parent how to discipline him. But I think this is not a sentiment unknown to the scriptures. Look at King David. In writing a lot of the Psalms, he talks very similar to this. So, beautiful poem. I hope you got something from it. I hope to share more from this work with you in the future, but for now, please enjoy the rest of your evening, and do show love to other people in the same way that we want God to show love to us. Peace be with you.